From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Kyle Peach. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening and welcome to News Channel 15. I'm Eli Grimes filling in for Kyle Peach tonight. Here's a look at tonight's news. Statistics for the 2024 Illinois report card for schools has been released. The highest performing 10% of schools receive an exemplary designation, with the lowest performing 5% of schools receiving a comprehensive support designation. All schools in between receive a commendable designation unless one or more of the school's student groups is performing in line with the lowest performing 5% of schools, in which case the school receives a targeted support designation. In our area, most schools in Clay, Edwards, Hamilton, Jasper, Lawrence, Richland, Wabash, Wayne, and White counties received the commendable designation. Here are the schools that did not. Flora Junior High received one of the top 10% exemplary designations. Jeff Elementary, targeted due to low scores in the low-income category of students. Lawrenceville High School was comprehensive, meaning it was one of the 5% of lowest performing schools in the state and or had a graduation rate below 67%. Lawrenceville's rate was at 63%. Meanwhile, Parkview Junior High received a targeted designation for the children with disabilities category, scoring low. Mount Carmel Junior and Senior High Schools have been designated as targeted schools, both for the children with disabilities subgroup, scoring low. Newton Elementary targeted due to low scores in the children with disabilities category, and Norris City Omaha Elementary received a targeted designation due to the children with disabilities subgroup, scoring low as well. Again, all other schools in our coverage areas were in the commendable designation. Meanwhile, as the NCOE school district prepares a bond issue, WRUL reports rumors began circulating on social media on what exactly the funds would be used for. This has led the district to issue a press release. In it, the school board says the proposed bond amount won't increase the tax levy on taxpayers, as it's the same amount as the retiring bond. Furthermore, they say it's estimated the tax rate for next year, including the bond, would drop the tax rate to the second lowest rate in the district since that district has had since 1998. They say the funds will be used on projects deemed necessary based on the most recent health, life, and safety inspection of the school buildings, making them required to be completed in the next decade. The press release indicates the school board also is of the opinion that the projects are necessary, especially at the high school, built in 1949, where the science lab is still in its original state, and other updates are needed for security. The board will have to formally approve each project in open session at future meetings. Moving on to area arrest reports, Lawrenceville police made 2 arrests on Thursday. Taken into custody was 20-year-old David Cessna Jr. of Lawrenceville, who was preliminarily charged with criminal trespass to real property and criminal damage to government-supported property. No other details were given in that arrest report. Cessna was taken to the Lawrence County Jail and later released with a notice to appear. 32-year-old Levi Wilkin of Lawrenceville was picked up for a failure to appear warrant. He was booked into the Lawrence County Jail and was being held there pending a detention hearing. Moving on to holiday mishaps, keeping your holiday happy and healthy this season. Whether cooking, decorating, or toy buying, safety experts are reminding families to take precautions to keep safe from holiday-related hazards. Reporter Michael Yoshida joins us with more.
Decorating mishaps can ruin your Christmas vacation.
Honey?
In the 2023 holiday season, about 14,900 people were treated in emergency rooms due to holiday decorating-related injuries. That according to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
I've seen people that fall off the ladder, they fall off the roof. Even when they're just trying to be careful climbing down, they just slip because they're wearing the wrong shoes and end up having to spend the holidays in the hospital with serious injuries.
So whether reaching for the top of the tree or stringing lights, Dr. Carol Parsons, an emergency medicine physician for Cleveland Clinic, offers this advice when decking the halls. Make sure both legs of the ladder are firmly planted. And
when you're up on the ladder, a lot of people end up reaching over for the next strand of lights when really they should be getting off the ladder, moving it over, and repositioning it.
Parson also says if using an artificial tree, look for a fire-resistant label. And if you go for the real thing, make sure you water it to keep it from drying out and potentially becoming a fire hazard. And when decorating the tree, be careful with the ornaments.
Most nowadays are plastic, but there's a fair amount that are ceramic or glass. People drop them, they step on them, they slice their fingers on them, and they end up coming to see us in the ER every year.
In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Thanks, Michael. In other news, as the temperatures dip, you're more likely to spend more time indoors. And if you're reaching for the tissue boxes you decorate for the holidays, it may be due to common allergens that can lurk there. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more on why this season can bring out allergies.
It's time for the tree, the lights, and the presents. But if the holidays have your allergies acting up, there may be a reason for that.
A lot of it is actually our Christmas tree and decorations. These are our common culprits that can exacerbate these symptoms.
Allergist Dr. Sandra Hong with the Cleveland Clinic says the holidays can be challenging for those who have allergies or asthma. She says both live and artificial trees can trigger allergy symptoms.
Real trees, they can actually carry both mold on them and spores and pollen. While the artificial trees can accumulate lots of dust and mold if they haven't been properly stored.
And that's not all. Hong says holiday decorations can also be a trigger thanks to dust mites and pest droppings. And our favorite scents, like candles to smell this time of year, can also make you sneeze.
It's possible to wear a mask when you're getting the holiday decorations out, because that'll decrease what you're actually breathing in.
Hong also advises allergy sufferers to avoid live trees, but if your holiday spirit won't allow that, she says try to shake the tree outdoors before bringing it in to knock off pollen and mold. You can also hose it down and let it dry in full sunlight to cut down on the allergens. She says it's also important to dispose of the tree as soon as the holiday is over. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Thanks, Mandy. That's a look at news. Stick around. I've got your weather forecast coming up, and then lots to talk about in sports, high school basketball scores. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Andrea Lull from Robinson, Illinois. For my first appointment, I knew I chose the right orthopedic center. The day of surgery went like planned. Registration went smooth, pre-surgery, and the nurse made me feel very comfortable. I'm currently 3 months out of surgery. I don't even feel like I had a total hip replacement, but I am having a much better quality of life with my new hip. WGH, we're going home.
The Wabash Valley Arts Council proudly presents the Wabash Valley College Strings Ensemble just in time for the holidays. Produced by WVC Music Camp Director Doug Hoff, the show will feature classical-inspired versions of pop and Christmas songs played on a variety of string instruments, featuring a host of local musicians. Join us for the show Saturday, December 7th at 1:30 p.m. in the WVC Brubeck Theater in Mount Carmel. Tickets are $15 and available by scanning the QR code or by phone.
It's Black Friday sales at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get the all-new 2025 Ram 1500 starting at $39,999 and lease a new 2024 Jeep Compass for as low as $379 a month. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
One of the things we want all of our customers to make sure of is that if you do install a generator, make sure that you have a properly functioning transfer switch. And a transfer switch will make sure that the generator is disconnected from utility service, and that protects your equipment and also protects all of our crews working on the line. If a generator is not hooked up correctly, it can send power back through that transformer, and then it can be high voltage in a dangerous situation.
Welcome back. Time to take a look at your weather forecast. Nothing on the local scan of radar, but if we look at our almanac today, we saw a high of 34 degrees, a low of 13 there. Well below normal on both of those fronts, and no precipitation to speak of in the last 24 hours or so. As we move into our forecast, starting at around Friday, 1 o'clock, nothing in the way of cloud coverage, and that will be much of the same story throughout the early hours of Saturday before a slight cloud coverage moves just south of us into the Kentucky region. But that remains much of the same story until Sunday, in the early hours of Sunday, rather. As you can see, several clouds and potential precipitation there moving in from our southwest for our forecast. But as we move forward into tonight, those temperatures are going to drop once again into the low 20s. As you can see, the low spot there in Newton, 20 degrees, and 22 ranging from Fairfield to Mount Carmel across our region. On Saturday, we're going to, for highs, we're going to be in the low to mid 40s. Going to struggle to get above that 47 mark in most places, 46 in Fairfield, and that 47 mark, as I mentioned, in Carmi there. Saturday night, we're going to get into, the temperatures are going to rise just a bit into the the mid to high 30s, 36 in Albion, 36 there in Mount Carmel. And on Sunday, we're going to see slight chances of precipitation, and we're not really expecting to see that until Monday or Tuesday of next work week, but it is something to watch out for. 53s across the board for much of our region. And our extended forecast shows, as we mentioned, those chances of precipitation coming on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But again, we're pushing more towards the Monday and Tuesday chances for that being much higher than we're going to see this weekend. But those temperatures will rise into the low to high 50s on Sunday and Monday before those temperatures come crashing back down. Lows ranging in the 20s from Wednesday through Friday of next work week. That's a look at your forecast. Sports is up next.
The beloved TV classic soars off the screen and onto the stage this season. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Jr. See all the characters from the TV classic come to life live on stage. This gleeful musical take on a holiday favorite will go down in history as a smashing hit. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Jr. 3 shows Friday through Sunday, December 13th through 15th at the Wabash Valley College Brubeck Theater in Mount Carmel. Tickets available now at the QR code on your screen or Wabash Valley Arts Council Facebook page.
At the First National Bank, we're proud to be a part of this community, serving you with dedication and a smile.
Our team is here to support you, offering financial solutions to meet your needs.
Whether saving for your future, financing your dreams, or managing your everyday banking, we're here to help.
Thank you for choosing the First National Bank.
And as proud supporters of our local teams,
we wish you the best of luck this season.
The First National Bank, your local bank supporting our local athletes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Christmas comes to Mount Carmel, Illinois, Friday, December 6th from 4 to 9 p.m. featuring carriage, train, and Rudolph rides, or take the City Lights Trolley Tour, photo ops, story time with Mrs. Claus, music of the season featuring jazz and dance, make your own take-home ornaments, or enjoy the s'mores making station, even visit Santa himself. And yes, it's all free. So much shopping, food, and family fun at Christmas Uptown, and on Saturday at 5:15 p.m., it's the Lighted Christmas Parade. Download the app at ChristmasUptown.com.
I found God. Yeah! Don't wanna be an American idiot. Fever, 'cause I'm breaking.
Welcome back. Time to talk sports. In girls high school basketball last night in the Little Illini Conference, Mount Carmel downed Marshall by a score of 60-28. Paris topped Newton in a close one, 48-40. Olney took down Robinson 47-41. In the Black Diamond Conference, Edwards County took down Fairfield by a score of 49-35. Carmi took down El Dorado 57-13. Hamilton County beat Flora 50-18. In the Midland Trail Conference, Sandoval Odin Patoka beat Wayne City Sisney 44-36. Moving on to college hoops, it's a big weekend matchup for the Wabash Valley College Lady Warriors on the road tomorrow afternoon at Lakeland. The Lady Warriors, the number 6 ranked team in Division I, are at 10-1 on the year and will play the Lakers, ranked 5th in Division II, who have a record of 6-1. Game time is at 1 p.m. Saturday in Mattoon. The WVC men are in the midst of an 11-day layoff and won't play again until next Wednesday. The OCC women play tonight and tomorrow at the Crowder College Classic in Southwest Missouri, while the OCC men play Saturday at Mineral Area. That does it for sports and our newscast tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. From all of us here at News Channel 15, I'm Eli Grimes. Have a great night.